Hey everyone, it's Pixelade here and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. We have a busy week coming up and a busy rest of the month of October with the expansion due out October 31st. Earlier today we had the reveal of creator kits. I have a whole video on that as well as a deep dive and breakdown into what goes into making them, as well as showing some screenshots for some official new content coming to the Sims game next month in November. If you haven't already checked that video out, I definitely recommend giving that a watch after this one. Also, we have a new week of Reaper's Rewards starting this week, so there is a lot going on. But one final thing that I want to touch on, and honestly in my opinion, is going to be the most important for all players, whether you purchase the upcoming expansion pack or not, because the update gets rolled out to everybody that has The Sims 4, and we know that this is going to be a big update, one of the biggest probably in a very long time. There's going to be a lot that breaks. So in today's video, I'm going to break down everything you need to know and do to get ready for this update so your game doesn't explode. Metaphorically, of course. So let's get into it. All right, first things first. We don't know all the details yet. The patch notes are coming tomorrow, and as always, I will be giving you guys a full overview of it. This patch is expected to be a big one, and with any major update, there are usually some important fixes and new features. Some of those features right now include, but are not limited to, a brand new molecule inside of Create a Sim. Over where the aspirations and traits are, we still don't know exactly what this is going to be for. Of course, there's a lot of speculation floating around, but my idea is that it likely ties into occults, or maybe it has a relation to the bucket list, which is one new feature coming with the upcoming expansion pack. Since that's tied to the expansion and the molecule is likely going to be in the update, it might not have any correlation with that, but it's still a possibility. It was confirmed by mod creator Zerbu that there will likely be a new occult selector in cast. Now, previously, you could create a sim, craft a perfect personality, design outfits, do hair and makeup, and then you realize, oh shoot, I actually wanted them to be an occult. Well, before, and I guess still now in the game, you'd have to create from scratch again to do that, but it's very possible we could get an option to change an existing sim into an occult in cast, which would be a big deal for occult players. Zerbu on Twitter also writes about the possibility for ghost color customization. We did talk about this in a previous video, but it's possible we can look forward to this with the update as well. And lastly, we already know this, and it was confirmed on Twitter by SimGuru Ninja, sharing a screenshot that we are getting new urns and gravestones in which they will be customizable. We saw this in the gameplay trailer. So our mermaids, if you have Island Living, are getting a new tombstone and urn. So as far as what else could come with this patch update besides those likely features we just talked about, we've gotten a peek at some of them with our latest laundry list, and there are still some details we don't know yet. Some of those details being surprises that we will learn about tomorrow when those patch notes go live. But these are the updates that break mods and custom content, and trust me, if you're running mods, you don't want to just dive in after the patch without preparing. So now we're going to talk a little bit about mods. Like me, I know a lot of you guys probably rely on them to enhance your gameplay. So it's going to be super important to keep an eye on the creators of your favorite mods. Most of them are amazing at updating their stuff pretty quickly, but it can still take a few days. Many of them have their own Patreons, Twitter, or are on a Mod The Sims. So definitely follow your favorite creators on social media so that you're updated on when things are updated, and if not, when you can expect them to be updated. And the last thing I'm going to talk about for this section of the video is please be respectful. There were so many issues with not just the last patch, but honestly so many patches before it. And to be honest, this has probably been occurring since the dawn of The Sims 4. But Sims 4 players harassing mod creators to update their mods on their time frame. Let's not do that. Please be respectful and be patient. These are real people. For some of them, it's their job, but for some of them, it's just a side hobby and they have other obligations in life. So don't expect them to update their stuff around your schedule. So this next part is crucial. Don't try to play with outdated mods right after the patch. I cannot express that enough. You could end up with a broken game, missing sims, or who knows what else. What I always recommend is moving your mods and custom content out of the mods folder before the patch drops. You can just grab the whole mods folder and toss it onto your desktop or wherever else is easier for you. If you have a flash drive or a secondary hard drive, or just dragging it into your pictures or downloads folder. As long as you remove your mods folder out of the Sims directory in your documents when you update your games, you don't have to risk anything being overwritten or unfortunately deleted, which has happened in my case many times. And don't worry, you can put everything back in after you've checked that it's updated, but I wouldn't do it right after you update your game. You want to put your mods back in one by one after you know they've been updated. So for backing up your saves, I tell you guys a lot on the channel before patches, but please back up your saves. Seriously, save file corruption can happen after a big update, especially if you're using mods. And you don't want to lose your entire legacy family because you didn't take 2 minutes to make a copy. Go into your saves folder, which is located in your documents, and copy everything to a safe spot, whether it's another folder on your computer or an external drive or flash drive. I'd also recommend doing this for your trays folder too. Now, once the update goes live and the patch is installed and everything's up to date, the next thing I would recommend doing is repairing your game. It's easy to do whether you're using Origin, EA app, or Steam, but I don't think anyone's using Origin anymore. I think it's all just on EA app now at this point on PC. But to do that, right click on the game, click repair, and let it run. It might take a few minutes or up to like 15 to 20 minutes depending on how many packs or DLCs you have, and also depending on the speed of your computer and what your components are. But this will make sure all your files are intact after the update. It's one of those small steps that can save you a lot of headaches. So now on to script mods and CC. Script mods are the ones you really want to watch out for because they're usually the first to break after a patch. You're going to want to disable them until you're sure they've been updated or the mod creator has confirmed that they're working. And the same goes for your custom content. Usually custom content is fine, but sometimes there will be incompatibilities or issues that can be caused by them. So definitely play it safe. Don't re-enable everything until you know it's ready for the new patch. Again, like I mentioned earlier on in the video, you can check up-to-date details on exact mods, script mods, or CC on official creators' Patreons, Twitters, or Tumblrs. Once you've got everything updated and back in your mods folder, you want to test things slowly. Don't just throw everything back in and expect it to run perfectly. You know, all your mods and CC. You want to test your mods one by one or in small batches to make sure they are working. And if you do run into issues, I highly recommend using tools like Mod Conflict Detector or checking out modding guides from the community. There are a couple over on simscommunity.info that are very useful. I will link that down in the description box below. Another thing that I think you should do, this isn't mandatory, but you're gonna want to clear your game's cache too. It can really help with performance. And if you've got mods or CC you don't use anymore, definitely take this time to clear them out and delete them. So that's all that I have for you guys today on getting prepared for tomorrow's patch. Please remember, back up your saves, take out your mods, tray folder, etc., and be patient with updates from mod creators. Please be respectful. Let's not have the issue that we ran into last time where mod creators were posting statements because they were being harassed and yes, even doxxed. Just ridiculous. I'll be back with a new video as soon as the patch notes go live to give you guys a full overview of everything that is coming. So make sure that you are subscribed, click the bell so that you receive notifications. And if you found this video helpful, informative, or entertaining, give it a thumbs up. I love you guys. Thank you so much for clicking and watching. Take care and happy life simming. Bye guys.